Hi, my name is Josh Stokes. I've lived in Southwest Virginia my entire life. I've visited other places around the world, around the country, and there's just something about Southwest Virginia that is unique and special. Unfortunately, I can't quite put into words what makes it so special. So I'm going to show you. We're going to visit various businesses, events, and talk to the people who make this such a wonderful place to live. So join me on the community show. I can't wait to see you there. We're here again with Mike and Nancy of Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf again. Take two.
Right.
I do have to give a shout out. It is a special occasion.
It is our 6th wedding anniversary.
Yes.
Sixth wedding anniversary
Yes.
on today, on the same day as opening day of the tournament. Exciting news. So now that, opening day has come and, you're about to go into day two, what's your reaction of opening day?
Well, opening day was great. It was really exciting. There was lots of enthusiasm. It was wonderful to see all these young men and women throw. Some of them are phenomenal. They loved the course. The day was beautiful. It was a great day.
And it was really exciting. It was exciting to watch the pros and also the amateurs. They had some great amateurs. It was exciting to watch them, how they manipulated the course and manipulated the dog legs and getting together and discussing how to throw the discs on this course, because it's a difficult course. As you know, many players said, hey, this is a very difficult course, but they really loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to go a long way in getting recognition with the PDGA and making this, a tier A. Is that the correct term?
Yes,
Tier. An A-tier course for disc golf, correct?
Right. So right now, this is a sanctioned tournament that we had, and it's a B tier, which is unusual for a new course to be that way. But now everybody will be turning in their scores, and they'll be ranking the course, and so we're hoping our next tournament can be an A tier.
Correct. And as we move along, hopefully we can sometime have part of the Pro Tour come through here.
Mm-hmm.
So and we talked about how this was built in a year. Like it took you a year to build this, and the amount of work that went into making this in a year's time is just phenomenal. And I know y'all want to thank everyone involved, to make today happen, to make the tournament the success it was today. We had so many people. So is there any shout outs you want to give to the people that helped make this happen? Y'all were the front runners by any means, but I know y'all have a lot of people on your minds.
Well, definitely Scott Snow, who came from Bailey, Colorado, and Scott designed the course and ran the tournament for us. Thank you, Scott.
Yes.
So that was great. We had tons of volunteers. Thank you to all of our friends who came from all over to volunteer for us. We really appreciate that. As hole spotters, to help run the clubhouse, to sign people in. They were just great. We had great sponsorship from the community. We couldn't have done it without the sponsorship from the community. There's no doubt about that. And thank you that we had people who came today. Primitive Coffee came and set up to feed people. Play It Again Sports from Roanoke came to get people interested in discs and things like that. So we couldn't have done it without everybody.
Yes, I mean, it was, and speaking of Scott, Scott not only designed the course, but he worked on the course for 8 weeks. So Scott did a tremendous amount of work. So it was a family affair. Our family also helped work on the course and get it ready. So we appreciate all of our sponsors and our family and our friends. Yes.
I remember when y'all had me out on the course before the tournament, y'all were talking about how Scott, just got the designs done and everything and just started walking with his chainsaw to start clearing a path for the course. It's crazy to have that much involvement and enthusiasm with a course, and it's so good to see that the community has involved themselves so great with what was it? Volunteers from 3 states. And how many states do we have players from?
9.
Players.
We had 9 states that we had players from, and the furthest one was from
Well, we had 2 from New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
We had Michigan.
and
right?
Indiana,
Indiana.
South Carolina, North
Ohio.
Carolina, Ohio.
Virginia.
We could keep on going,
Right.
but
Yeah.
disc golfers are great people.
And that's what I saw today. I mean, I saw a lot of people just out there having fun, very family-friendly environment, lots of people enjoying their time outside, exercise, and even the people who weren't playing. You had a lot of spectators who just enjoyed the community.
Right.
So
Exactly. It's exciting. It's exciting to see somebody putt right into the basket. Today we saw, what was that putt that the one pro did?
It was like 90 feet.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was uphill, 90 feet and uphill
Yeah.
on hole 7. It was phenomenal.
Yes.
we saw a lot of wild things today. That's for sure. Now, this tournament has been exciting, and you've been talking about a tournament in October. Is this going to be more to come? Or are we going to be seeing tournaments like this in the future?
Well, that's our hope. We want a tournament in October, and then we're thinking we could do at least 2 tournaments a year.
Yeah.
What
yes.
do you think?
And hopefully we can have the pro tour come through here.
Yeah. It would be great fun.
Exciting
Mm-hmm.
for this community. Yeah.
It would be exciting to have PDGA have several pros come, and I mean the course is great. The course is challenging. It's what we've heard is that this is a very challenging course. One person I believe told me that this is the most challenging course he's played on the East Coast. So that is huge.
Yes.
So
And it was professionally filmed, and it'll be on YouTube. Yeah.
our friends at Ace Run Productions will have the ranked professionals on film for opening day of Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf Course.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. And we've really enjoyed being there, and thanks that you've come so that you could bring this to everybody in Floyd on Citizens. Thank you.
Yes, and anyone interested in disc golf, check it out. Like, if you're curious, check it out. It's fun.
And it's a destination course. People could come, stay on the property, and play disc golf.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all so much for
Thank
everything
you.
y'all have done.
Thank
I
you,
really
Josh.
appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Josh.
Thank you. So I'm here with Kailyn Madison for the 3rd time. What are your first impressions of opening day at Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf?
No, it's really cool. A lot of people came from all over to come play, and they're really excited to be in the mountains playing. So it's been a good crowd, and the course is really, really pretty.
All right, and Madison, you've never played before. This is kind of your first experience. Thoughts on what disc golf and this course is like?
I'd say it's very different, for sure, 100% different. Everybody I've seen come through is very welcoming, and they explain it very well, like what's going on. I'd say the course, from where we're standing at, it's very open, but then as you get further in, people say it gets a little bit tighter. It's in the woods. It's very peaceful, people have said.
Okay, and y'all are representing Primitive Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, tell me a little bit about what y'all are here, and y'all are a sponsor, correct?
Yeah, so we sponsored the 16th hole up there. And then what was your question about?
Just a little bit about Primitive Coffee.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so we're a coffee shop in Meadows of Dan. We're about 10 minutes off the Parkway. And we have, like, local farm produce as well, so we also have a farm. So we're selling, like, local artisan foods from either our farm or other farmers. And then we have antiques. We have a bakery. Madison does a lot of the baking. And we have really good coffee. Oh, and teas.
Teas as well for those who
Who
want
hate
low.
coffee. We have good teas and good water.
Well, do we really talk to people who hate coffee?
We do. Yeah, we have to. It's good customer service.
All right, like
We
them.
judge 'em, though.
Pretend to silent judgment. So, all right.
Open judgment. Just kidding.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being patient with my technical difficulties. All right. Y'all have a good day. So we're here with Michael and Cody. And they just finished playing the tournament at Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf, looking to get a little bit of valuable feedback. Let's start off with, how long have y'all been playing?
Myself about 2.5, 3 years.
And I've been about 2 years now.
So what had you get into disc golf?
Just played with a buddy of mine. He got me out on the course playing, and just been playing ever since.
Caught the bug, yeah, got hooked.
Same thing. Pandemic came around and we were looking for something to do outside, and my girlfriend's brother loved to play, so I just started playing with him at our local park.
Awesome. So opening day, I imagine since y'all been playing for 2.5 years, y'all have seen several courses. What courses have y'all played before this?
A number of courses all over Virginia. I couldn't tell you offhand how many, but several, and this ranks up there pretty high. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've got to play several courses throughout Virginia. Luckily, I've played some in Wisconsin as well, and I was lucky enough 2 weeks after the Waco Open to go and play Waco right after the pros went through, so that was pretty fun.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So how does this course, what are your first thoughts of this course?
It's acceptable to all, competitive levels, and, new to beginner to recreational players. There's a good mix because they have 2 baskets and 2 tee pads for each hole. So it's a great course.
I agree. It's a very great course. You can make it very challenging playing the gold layout that the pros are playing right now, or you can bump it back down to what rec and novice were playing with red to red, the short layout. So you can really make it whatever you want with the mix of tees and baskets. So I think it's very fair for every level to come play.
Okay, so what hole was the most difficult today?
I guess it depends on how your level of game and what you're comfortable with throwing. I had a little trouble with holes 6, I believe. It's only about 200 feet, but it's all uphill and straight to the right. So if you don't land, comfortably up near the basket, you're going to get a good roll. And I didn't do too bad on it, but that was probably the most difficult for myself.
6 was my easiest hole, so I will take that away from Cody. I got the birdie there. Set up really nice for the forehand flick for me, but I will have to say there wasn't anything in particular when I think about a hole, but there were some touchy up shots. I think number 2 got me. I'm not really good with the backhand turnover, and I think that's what it's required off the tee, is let it drift a little right, and that's always a hard shot for me. I like to flick it so that way it can go dead right. So working on that shot a little bit. So 2 got to me a little more.
All right, so those are the hard holes. What was your favorite? What was the one where you're just like, my game is on point today?
Well, I guess I would have to say the easiest hole I would say is 11, and my buddy over here didn't do so good on it, but I parked the hole and made my birdie. But 13 and 18 stuck out to me the most. They were the most fun, enjoyable holes. 18 is, like I said, it's got the two pads, 2 pins, so it mixes it up. The shorter layout is just in front of the pond over here, and the longer layout goes to the other side, which was a good change. And also 13 was probably equal, if not one of my favorite holes. 13 was an excellent hole.
Lucky number 13.
That's right.
Yeah, lucky number 13 was fun, but yeah, you can't beat hole 18. It's just amazing to look down at the pond from all the way up at the top of the hill, and it sets up nice just for a right-hand player just to throw a stock hyzer right down in the landing zone, and then you can pick your up shot from there. So you can go backhand, forehand. So I think it plays to all skill levels, and it's just a picturesque hole to play on that one. And I think one's pretty fun too. If you can beat the trees off the tee pad, then I got down and banged off the chains for a birdie putt, but didn't quite get it in the circle. But yeah, if you can beat the trees, then you have a good chance of birdieing that one too.
Yeah, my discs seem to be magnets for trees. So the difficulty, we've covered that. We've covered the easier holes. How about the course in total as far as aesthetics? Like, personally, I haven't seen anything like this, but I haven't played a whole lot of disc golf course. Compared to what you've seen, what are your thoughts on the aesthetics of the course and how it's laid out?
This time of year, it's actually looking really good because a lot of courses right now are getting grown in if they're not really maintained on a regular basis. And this course looks beautiful. I know it's an opening, but they did a really good job of getting this course in tip-top shape to host this tournament, and I have no complaints other than some of the severe slopes. You got to watch your step, but that's kind of self-explanatory, so I enjoyed it.
Maybe a chairlift on hole 6?
There you go, nailed it.
Yeah, it could definitely use a couple chair lifts there, but yeah, overall the aesthetics is just gorgeous. You really, like Cody said, you can't beat. They got it perfectly manicured. You get a nice mix of great wood shots, open shots. I can't remember where the pathway was, but it was between two holes. You walked over a river, and we all kind of stopped for a second. It's like, this is beautiful looking. So yeah, you can't beat the aesthetics here. You get a little bit of everything. Nice woods golf, little open golf, so it's great.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. Thank y'all guys so much.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully we'll be seeing more of y'all around the course. You too. All right, so we're here with John, who just got done playing the Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf Course opening day. What are your thoughts?
I thought it was a nice course, great layout, beautiful weather for it today, absolutely gorgeous. The sponsorships were great. Actually visited a couple today after the tournament. It was a good turnout, amazingly fun course, very challenging.
We've heard a lot about hole 6.
Hole 6, yes. It was a hike. That's the steep one. Yes, you have to be a billy goat to get up it. My 50-year-old self struggled a bit. I had to take a breath before going to the next hole.
So you said you're not from around here. How long have you been playing disc golf?
I just started playing disc golf just prior to COVID hitting, and my nephew got me into it and been playing ever since.
Awesome. So with playing for probably about 2.5 years, how does this course compare to a lot of the other courses you've been playing?
It is very comparable. So I just been playing locally to the Charlottesville area and surrounding counties, but very comparable to a lot of the courses there.
Okay, and what was your favorite part about this course today?
The favorite part, I would have to say, would be the closest to pin when I got it on the gravel, but I didn't get anything else.
So are you going to play the course tomorrow?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. Looking forward to it. Didn't finish as good as I'd like, but that's okay. The discs fly like that sometimes.
Nobody got the ace bounty today. Are you gunning for it tomorrow?
Oh, I'm so gunning for it. I laid up on it because I didn't want to go into the water. Knowing that, oh, yes, I'm definitely going for it.
All right, well, it's going to be good to see you out on the field.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Here with Ryan. Just finished up the first day of Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf Course. How long have you been playing?
Been playing for about 10 years now, going on 11.
10 years, going on 11. So it's safe to assume you've played a variety of courses.
Oh, absolutely. Played all up and down the East Coast. Love it to death. This is definitely the hardest course I've played on the East Coast, but would recommend it for anybody to come out here. It is well worth the trip. It's well worth the experience. The property's fantastic. Scott did a great job with this.
So after playing the course today, what was the hardest part?
All the elevation, that front 9, that'll eat you alive right there. You got to be ready, be stretched out, and be ready to walk up some hills.
Hole 6 going to give you nightmares?
I got PTSD already.
So, talk about difficult stuff. What about your favorite part about the course? What was maybe the hole or the aesthetics that you loved the most?
It was being able to see all the mountains surrounding the courses and him utilizing the property the best he possibly could. I mean, you don't get much better quality shots as well as good views whenever you're up there throwing from the mountaintops. It's fantastic out there.
All right, Ryan. Thank you so much for the interview.
Appreciate it.
Not a problem. All right, I'm here with Mark Graves, who was spotting at the disc golf course at Buffalo Mountain Disc Golf. What hole were you spotting on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. So number 2 has its own level of difficulties with it. Can you tell me a little bit of what you saw today?
For the long players, the hole was S-curve. So right off the tee box, the only shot you've got is to try to fade left and then maybe get it to flatten out and fade right, and I saw very few of those today. It was incredibly challenging. The players were generally very excited about the chance for that. It was uphill for that tee shot. And then for your second shot, you had a question. Do you cut the corner or try to fade around a left dog leg for an uphill finish? So people were very excited about the hole. Some people were disappointed. We spent a lot of time in the ferns and the low pines chasing discs of every color, but it was really fun to watch.
So is this your first gig with spotting?
It really is. I'd like to say I'd just gone through spotter school this week and got my card, but I've known Mike Floyd for a long time, and it was a great chance to come up and see this project that he and Nancy have put together. Very exciting.
So this was your first experience with the course, right?
It was indeed.
What are your thoughts on how it looks?
For me, it's spectacular. The elevation changes in the course, the direction changes in the course are a challenge for everybody, whether you're playing the red baskets or you're playing the blue baskets. I mean, I think there's something in it for everybody.
And you got to walk the whole course after you finished spotting. Like after the last group went through, you got to walk the whole course. So were there any parts of the course that you just looked at and said,
There is a hole, I think it's 6, where it basically looks like you were throwing up a cliff. It's very elevated from the box, and then, you know, to add a little extra challenge on top of the elevation, you've got to twist to the right at the finish. And there are a lot of those where you've got to make a decision. Do I lay up for the dog leg? Do I try to cut the corner for the dog leg? I think from a challenge standpoint, I can't imagine anything being more challenging. And the scenery is absolutely beautiful. You've got mountain laurels. You've got, as I mentioned, the pines, the ferns, a great canopy. I was in shade all day, even though it was sunny. I mean, it was a terrific day.
Couldn't have asked for better weather today. Really couldn't. So thank you so much for speaking with us and
Josh.
letting us know a little bit about the golf course, you know, from a non-professional player stance. And, you know, what would you tell somebody who's just kind of curious about disc golf?
I think you come out and give it a shot. I think, you know, everything is so new. The layout is tremendously challenging. The scenery is beautiful. I mean, it is a great experience in my view. Come on out.
All right. Thanks again.
Thanks, absolutely, Josh.
All right. So we're here with Beth, who is spotter on hole 2, second spotter. Is not aware that we had 2 spotters for hole 2. Why was there a need for a second spotter on hole 2?
That hole is straight up a mountain, and then I'll tell you what, it looks like fallopian tubes. There's the red basket and the blue basket, and they have to come from such a distance and there's lots of trees and rocks and crevices, and so we were climbing all over everywhere and pointing with our sticks, and it was so much fun.
So with the difficulty of that course and layout, did you spend a lot of time helping people find stuff in the ferns?
We spent a good deal of time. Yes, yes, especially the first couple hours with people. Thankfully, a lot of folks did the course the day before or had practiced, and so most of them knew what they were getting into, I think.
And still came back.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
So have you ever played disc golf before?
Never. I mean, not frisbee in college in the 70s. That was the extent. So, yes, I have not played.
Something that people have been saying the whole time is that the front 9 was just ludicrous crazy because the terrain was not forgiving at all. Were you hearing a lot of people have that same opinion today?
I heard a few. Yes, yes. And I was amazed at the number of people who came along with people, whether some were wives or girlfriends or just friends, maybe. I mean, and they're carrying their bags. Wasn't this something? I mean, it's quite an education to learn about this sport. And I've wikied it. I've, just done whatever research to find out because it fascinates me. Yeah.
So the people in Floyd, new course opens up. Anyone who might be curious about it, what would your advice be to our Floyd citizens?
Absolutely come out. They're going to be open 365 days a year. So you just go up and get your tea time. It's what, $10 a person? Under 12s are free. I'd love to see families come and do it because I think it'd be a lot of fun for families. Yes, but it is challenging, and maybe there's a couple holes they could practice on, out in the fields that are a little clearer. Uh, but it'd be a challenge. But what a great day in the forest!
But thank you so much, Beth.
Absolutely, thank you. Great to see you again.
It's good to see you again too.
Thanks.